Asten here from the ADHD Survival Guide. Today we're going to talk about science I've only read about and I'm not qualified to talk about. Yay! ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, which they say is a slightly misleading name because it's not so much you have difficulty paying attention, it's more you have difficulty not paying attention to everything. Is that double negative? Does that make sense? There are a whole load of cognitive processes that allow you to fight distraction and self-regulate, but the one I want to talk about here is impulse control. The big obvious external example of poor impulse control in ADHD people is not looking before you leap. Stereotypically speaking, if you say to an ADHD person, oh, everyone's jumping off this cliff into this water, it's well fun, they're going to be like, yeah, I'm well going to do that, without a second thought for their safety or danger to themselves. That's the more big, obvious, detectable example of poor impulse control to people around you. But poor impulse control also happens on a smaller, less obvious level. Say you need to write an email with an important, strict deadline. A neurotypical person would be aware of the ambulance sign that might go past the window, but it won't distract them from the task at hand. Whereas an ADHD person might be at the window before they even realise that they've had the thought to go look at the ambulance. Is any of this making any sense? So many times I've had moments where I've been like, how did I get here? The other day I was holding a £10 note in my hand, and then I had exactly £10 in all change in my hand, and I have no idea what happened in between. Neurotypical people have like a stop valve. There's a slight lag or delay between the thought and acting on it. This allows you to measure up whether it's a good idea or not. It's so quick and you're doing it so naturally you don't even realise you're doing it. Which is why I think it's so difficult for people to understand that ADHD people can't do it. In ADHD people, it's like a bypass straight from thought to action, which would have been great in the good old days when you were running away from a woolly mammoth. Not so great now. This is why you can so easily get distracted by sights, sounds, and even your own thoughts. It's a living nightmare! It's like my brain is trying to sabotage me. It's okay, I'm cool though. Do you like my jumper? My friend said it made me look like a pumpkin. I think I look like a bee. See those squares over there? I don't even remember painting those. I got up one day and they were on the wall and my wife said, apparently I did that last night. That's not even the wall we're gonna paint, it's that one. Okay, this video is starting to not make any sense anymore, so I'm gonna do what I do best. Run away! Good luck, ADHD-ers!